Luke and Lewis on the Fox. We got another show coming up for you. Piping hot.
Piping hot show. And Merry Christmas. It is the season
Yes.
to be jolly.
Yes,
I mean,
it
not
is.
yet. In a week. 1 week till Christmas.
I know,
today.
very exciting.
So
It's a silly season.
it is the season to be silly. So I just had to add a little
It is.
spice of
Well, it is
silliness.
a silly season.
Again, whoops.
Sorry, it's a silly season.
Silly season.
Well, we got a great show coming up for you. Your dad's been name-dropping people.
Yes.
Yes.
Unnecessarily, I think.
I would say so. And I've got a suspicion about a gift that I was given recently that I want to talk about.
Yeah. Whoa.
It's the silly
This
season.
is Luke and Lewis on the Fox. Sorry, just another silly one, guys.
Luke, your dad has a problem with name dropping.
Well, yeah, I didn't realize this until recently. Dad was texting me about our radio show the other day, and he threw in.
Was he name dropping his own son?
No, he wasn't.
Ah.
But actually, that's the thing. It's not a name drop, but
Yeah.
apparently doesn't also mind telling his friends at work that his son's on the radio. But that's another
okay.
thing. But yeah. Was texting him. He was texting me about the show, and we were talking about something like when you confuse song lyrics. It was a few nights ago.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Show went well last night, mate. A mate of mine who played for Collingwood, Greg Whitcroft, and then in
name.
brackets he goes Whitty in brackets."
Wait, so that guy's witty?
Yes, he just goes to tell a story. So he goes, "Anyway, mate, a mate of mine who played for Collingwood, Greg Whitcroft, and then in brackets Whitty, sang Daddy Cool's
that's his
classic
nickname.
and got the words wrong." Yeah, so he's name dropped a ex Collingwood player,
The full name.
but the problem was it wasn't necessary to the story because he just goes on to tell a story of his mate who got a Daddy Cool song lyrics.
Didn't need to say the
confused.
name. And you know
he could have
what?
just said, "My mate got this lyric confused." That's something relevant to the
But
conversation.
it's not just a name drop. He also chucked in that they were close enough friends for him to call him a nickname. That was a
Witty.
nickname drop.
Yeah.
That's
It was
like
a
next
nickname.
level.
That's
It's like, I knew this guy, and also we were pretty
and
close.
also he let me call him Whitty, which is like, whoa, okay. But I'm not sure who that AFL player is, to be honest. He may have played like 4 games for Collingwood.
Oh, you don't
who
know
knows?
Whitty?
Oh yeah, so sorry. I'm not often name dropping Greg. What is it? I had to read it in Whitcroft.
Better known as Whitty.
Yeah, obviously that's how everyone knows him. But it got us thinking. Name drops are a great thing, and
Yeah.
I feel like they're frowned upon. We had a good one actually happen. We were now I don't want to name drop guys, but we were interviewing
This is a pretty big deal.
Dave Hughes on the show the other day, and that
Hughesy.
is a bit of a cheap
You
name
might
drop.
have heard of him.
Yep, on the TV, on the radio as well. We were interviewing on the show the other day, and Hughesy actually name dropped during that.
There's a group of men inside Arj Barker's house, actually. I'm name dropping.
Name
So
dropped.
I love how Hughesy just owned it. Like he was just like, Arj Barker, I'm name dropping.
Yeah.
Like he just completely owned it. I thought that was
well,
sick.
that's the best way to do it.
We just played it.
No one names drops themselves.
Yeah, that's true.
No, it's not cool.
Well, I don't mean to name drop, mate, but
Except
we...
for James Bond. He always name drops himself.
That's true.
The name's Bond. James Bond. Yeah, righto, mate.
No need to name drop yourself.
Yeah, and also you're a spy. Shouldn't be telling me.
Well, man, I was thinking that this joke probably would have been a lot funnier before we said all this stuff. I should have said it first,
Yeah.
but then we went on and... I don't mean to name drop, but we just had a Jessica Malboy song play, which I think would have been like a 6 out of 10 earlier, but now it's like a 2.
Yep. Let's move on. Now, we are talking name dropping on the
Yes.
show. Last week, Dave Hughes was on the show and name dropped Arj Barker.
There's a group of men inside Arj Barker's house, actually. I'm name dropping.
And we were just like, yeah, righto, mate.
Was
Like,
he name dropping Arj Barker or a group of men?
Yeah. Either way, both great name drops.
If he changed the tone of that, it could have sounded like an emergency.
Yeah.
There's a group of men in Arj Barker's house.
Yeah, that's true. But he was name dropping.
He was
and,
name dropping.
It's funny to us that, I don't know, people just subtly put in a thing. He acknowledged it, which was great. My dad name dropped to me in a text conversation we had the other day.
I think everybody likes doing
Well,
a
I
name
realized
drop
I've
every
been
now and
name
then.
dropping on the show a bit recently. I just came back from America, and on the show that we came back, I name dropped, I think in the one show, I name dropped Jimmy Fallon, because I went to a Jimmy Fallon taping and high-fived him. I name dropped Kesha, because I almost bowled her over in the hallway. Yeah, and that's enough.
2 big names.
Yeah, and, no, actually, that was it. I was trying to think of it. I just wanted to, though.
I name drop every now and then the Chasers because I
Like
know
the
a couple
Chasers
of
War
them.
and
Yeah,
everything?
from the Chase War and everything.
Right.
I name drop them every now and then. I just name drop them then.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. I know them.
Mike name drops frequently. Radio Micah button pusher.
Yeah, he
Look,
does.
No, I don't.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh, yes,
I've
you
you
do.
probably
never-
name drop us to people,
I've never
and no one even
name
knows who we
dropped
are.
You
Right.
said before the mics went on, I just name dropped at my hairdresser.
Oh, yeah, I did that.
What was the name drop?
So I got invited to the premiere of Wreck-It Ralph 2, Ralph Breaks the Internet. Who
Now his
cares?
movie premiere
I
dropping.
don't care. I didn't even care, to be honest. But,
Oh, really? Because I heard about that for about 2 weeks.
well, anyway. And I was getting my haircut, and he was like, "Hey, what are you doing tonight?" And I'm like, I've just got this movie premiere," and I was just trying to play it cool.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, like how'd you get invited to that?" And I was like, I just know a guy who's in the film. who turned like
So
who-
you delayed the delayed. So
and
you were
this,
getting
and
with
this part was he like, oh, you know Gal Gadot, John C. Reilly, like,
Yeah.
like, do you know
Sarah
Sarah
Silverman.
Silverman? Yeah.
No, it was so Hamish Blake, who works in radio. I don't know. He used to have he has a line in the film,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Oh, like who's your friend? How do you get that?" I'm like, "Oh, he's just, I don't know. He knew someone who worked at the company. It's not really
Okay,
important."
so this
So
is you
I act-
winding up the name drop. This
No.
is you climbing the
No,
ladder,
because
getting
I-
ready to drop the
because I
bomb.
never ended up dropping the name
Oh.
because I'm very modest and I don't.
But you
like
did
names.
just drop it then on the show.
Yeah, I did then.
Yeah.
Because contextually the story wouldn't make sense. if
And
I
you
didn't
do
drop the
name drop. When you first got the job with Hamish and Andy, I reckon I heard that name about 60 times a day.
Really?
Yeah.
From you, probably.
Yeah.
Not from me.
Yeah, because I kept going, stop saying Hamish and Andy.
And also, Mike used to work for Will Anderson as well, and I used to come in and be like,
Still does actually.
hey, okay,
Oh,
mate,
wow.
we're all doing well.
Okay.
All right. And he used to come in and go, guys, I was like, where were you? And he goes, oh, just over at Will Anderson's house. And I'm like,
I
you can just say
never
Will,
said
man.
that.
Yes,
You just say
did.
Will.
Do you ever name drop us?
No, because no one knows or cares about you guys.
And that's smart.
Yeah, that's smart. Well, hey
I
guys.
name drop you frequently, though, and people just go, who?
yeah, that's why I don't name drop you, because it'd be terrible.
Luke, Christmas is now. It's the silly season. Sorry.
Yeah, it
Bit
is.
of silly business there. And I wanted to talk.
It's the season to be silly.
Yeah.
You're excused.
Yes.
Sorry.
A bit silly there, mate. But it is the season. And speaking of Christmas, I went to my first Christmas get-together, a family thing. It was my girlfriend's uncle. And
Very early.
yeah, pretty
A
early.
week early.
Yeah,
What
pretty
What are
early.
they doing on the day? Just busy.
Oh, I think it was just, my girlfriend has a big family, so they kind of do Christmas whenever
Just try and
schedules line up.
Knock one out early.
Yeah, pretty much. And I was a late addition to this. They didn't really know that I was coming. And they found out on the day. And everyone got gifts. And to my surprise, I was given a gift. Weird thing to do to buy your niece's boyfriend a gift.
Yeah.
Luke, I suspect, while it is a lovely gesture, I think I've been
Did you get
re-gifted.
Jester.
No, I didn't. No, that would have been great.
Would have been very silly.
I think the gift I was given was a re-gift, and I have a couple of theories why. I was given a Davidoff Cool Water cologne.
Cologne's always a re-gift.
That's what I think.
Because I've got about 4 sitting at home unopened
Oh, yeah.
that I probably should re-gift, but I think I've just lost the box.
Well, the thing is, the reason why I think it's a re-gift is it's like a pack. It came in a cardboard box,
Yeah.
but I can lift off the box easily. There's no sticky tape holding the lid on.
Yep, that's been opened before.
I think so. And if you have a look at the aftershave,
Lewis has
if you
got it in front of
unscrew it,
him.
not only do I think it's a re-gift, I reckon he's used it.
There's
Look,
no way.
there's cream there. and there's no seal.
Have you used it? You haven't touched
I haven't
it?
used it.
That's
no.
been touched.
I reckon he's used
That
it.
is touched aftershave.
That's a re-gift if I've ever seen one.
That's had your girlfriend's uncle's mitts all over it.
Well, hey man, I appreciate the gesture, but I know, right? It's not a
Yeah, he's
good
been
secret.
busted, and there's also fingerprints on the box, but that might be just from you.
They're-
But-
no, these were
Nah,
there.
they're uncle fingerprints. Your
Yeah,
fingers aren't that big.
uncle-sized
They're
fingers, for
chunky
sure.
fingerprints.
But it got me thinking, guys. 131060, give us a call with your re-gifting stories
Yeah.
because everyone's re-gifted, everyone's received something that's
I've
a
never
re-gift.
re-gifted. I'm
Really?
too scared of the consequences.
Mm,
But if you're like me, okay, 131060, yeah. Have you ever re-gifted?
yeah.
Or are you with Lewis, like are you like Lewis and you think you've been re-gifted? It can be from last year, all
Yeah.
right? But I would like to speak to people, even particularly who are planning to re-gift this year.
Yeah,
like they've
what are you-
been
what are you
sitting on one
planning
for a
giving
while.
away?
Because I was cleaning out my room today, and there was
Yeah.
a couple of things in the room that I went, oh, these would make good KKs for the team here at the radio station.
Well, you know what? Now what I've realised, this perfume box perfect gift for Dad.
Yeah, you
I
could
could just
re-gift
re-gift that. Triple
Hopefully he doesn't
re-gift.
listen to the show.
So give us a call on 131060. What are your re-gift stories? Whether you've gived or received, we want to hear them. Jade, thanks for calling the show. What's your re-gift story?
When I had my second baby, I got given a huge hamper with so much stuff in it. And I actually got this really big box of nappies that were not great, and I re-gifted them to mum friend.
At least you didn't use the nappies first.
No, they were definitely clean and unused.
That's good. That's very
And
polite of
nappies
you.
are expensive, aren't they? I don't really know, but that's a...
These were a very crappy nappy.
Okay,
Mm.
okay.
Yet to be crappy nappies.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling, Jade. Danielle, welcome to the show. What's your re-gifting story?
So I received a pie maker as an engagement gift that was 100% used.
Oh, really? How could you tell?
Because when I opened it, there was crumbs inside.
What? They didn't even clean it.
No, that's
That's
why
like
I know
using... That's like using a toasted sandwich maker and then just giving it to
yeah,
someone.
and it looks like that. And unfortunately, I knew who it was, and they were a friend of mine. So it was really awkward afterwards.
Did you bring it up?
No, I never did.
Did you use the gift, though?
I'm not sure if we still have it because we moved house.
You
and
probably
so I think it's
re-gifted it.
somewhere. But I may have. No, I never used. I don't
Just
like
left it in the
re-gifting.
house and new owners making pies with it.
Yeah, but I think it's somewhere in the house. I think we cleaned it though.
Oh,
So-
okay. Well, that's pretty polite. Thanks for calling, Danielle.
That's
Michael,
not a great gift at all.
No, not yet. Even new. It's not very good.
Yeah.
A pie maker. It's like, oh, now I'm gonna make
At least crumbs like gives you an excuse to never use it.
Michael, welcome to the show. You're a re-gifter.
Yeah, I'm a re-gifter. So my old man had his birthday,
Mhm.
and basically he wanted a Ferrari hat. And I'm like, I told him I was in Europe, I went to Italy and whatnot, but actually my mate went to Italy, he got me the hat. I'm like, yeah, old man, I got you a hat, Ferrari hat. He always wanted one, he thinks I was in Italy. There's no chance I'm in Italy, I can't even get on the plane.
Wait,
So you
That's
lied
such
about.
an unnecessary lie. You lied to him about going overseas just to make the hat, just to give the Ferrari hat context.
Pretty much, because that's what he wanted from me. If I had went down the shops and bought him a regular one, he's not going to take that. So, this one was a bit better. So,
Oh, so he wouldn't have worn an Australian Ferrari hat.
no, that's not legit. Why would he wear that? There's no reason to.
My mistake, of course. Sorry, mate. I didn't mean to offend you.
So, how long did you tell him that you went to Italy for?
Well, basically, I was in Europe, but I just
Right.
wasn't in Italy. So he thinks I was there for about 4 weeks.
Did you
but
just
no,
Photoshop yourself outside of the Leaning Tower of Pisa with the cap
He's
on?
not,
What?
he's not cool in technology, so you don't have to do that sort of stuff.
Just lie to your dad if he doesn't know Google. Thanks for calling, Michael. Man, I got a fan favourite segment coming up soon. I'm going to be exposing a business.
Whoa, sorry, the studio's just been flooded by fans.
Get out. I'm broadcasting. Go away. I'm trying to expose a business. Shoo. Scurry. Skedaddle. Scam. Get out of here.
Toodaloo.
Toodaloo. Ta-ta. Hooroo. Goodbye. Farewell.
Adios.
Adios.
All right, there's no fans in here.
No,
Well,
they're all
they're all
gone. I've
gone now.
told them all individually how they should leave. Look at this guy, Scurry. Look at this guy, Scam.
Don't do it again.
Okay, I won't do it again. I'm going to expose a business pretty soon, mate. And later in the show, we're also going to be granting some wishes. It is currently 11:09 exactly.
To the second.
And in 2 minutes, it's going to be 11:11. And everybody knows that at 11:11, you're allowed to make a wish. We have a caller on the line who has a wish
Yeah.
ready.
It's like a superstition thing. Like people
Yeah.
just think it's good luck if you make a wish when the clock ticks over 11:11. 1111.
Yes. So, Maggie, welcome to the show. Don't say you wish yet. It is not 11:11 yet. Welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you very much for having me.
Hey,
No worries.
it's great to have you on because look, how likely? Okay, firstly,
Minute 30.
how long have you had this wish for that you're about to wish?
Since I was 4 years old.
Oh wow.
Are you excited for it to be granted true?
Like, I've never believed that this was possible, so more than you can imagine.
Okay, great. Well,
So, hang on. You have an impossible wish.
Oh, it's possible.
Oh,
I reckon
good.
it's possible.
Okay. You
what's
made me
the
really nervous then.
likelihood that like a radio show with the budget of, I don't know if you know, but 10 till midnight, is it a wish that might require a lot of planning and
1 minute. So,
Well, I have backups if that helps.
No. Go with we want to hear your
We
Alright,
want
I've
your
got
one
this
true
big,
wish.
big wish
Okay,
Yeah,
that I've
okay.
always wanted my whole life.
We got
And we'll
60
see.
seconds left. I'm feeling
Okay.
excited.
No, 50.
50.
Are you
almost-
excited?
Oh,
We're
I'm so
excited.
excited to make you
And
wish
I've
come
always wished at 11:11 my whole life, so this
Oh,
is why I
great.
called.
Oh, wait,
Well-
so you've done this before and the wish has never paid off.
That's correct.
But you've never done it on radio.
That's true.
maybe.
That's correct. I've never actually called a radio before, so
Oh, well.
exciting.
Ooh.
The one we've granted already. 30 seconds left. All right.
Was that always a wish of yours?
To be answered, yeah, definitely. And
great.
I was,
Your wish is my
when I heard the
command.
11:11, I was like,
20
gotta be
seconds.
true.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, Maggie, let's start to focus.
Countdown's gonna
15
happen.
seconds until you can make your wish at exactly 11:11. We'll give you like a 5, 4, 3,
10.
2, 1.
9, 8,
Get ready, Maggie.
7, 6, 5,
The wish table's
4.
all yours.
3, 2, 1. It's 11:11. Make your wish.
I've always wanted to go to England.
Hey, Maggie, congratulations. You're going to England if you buy tickets for yourself. If you buy, don't get
Oh,
too
tickets for myself.
excited. You're
Yeah.
probably going to
Tickets
have
for
to
myself.
save up. I
Yeah.
feel a bit guilty.
If-
You got really excited
If you
then.
start putting
Sorry.
away money every week for the next 3 years, this wish will be granted. All right?
Sorry,
Yeah.
Maggie. Did you think we actually had the budget to fly you to England?
No, I was just, it was a dream. I had
Okay.
a backup, but they
All right,
wanted
no.
to hear the dream that I've had forever.
Okay.
What Maggie was doing was politely playing along.
Oh, okay, good. I got a little bit nervous there. I thought we were going to get in trouble for promising stuff we couldn't deliver on.
No, it's fine.
Well-
Which we can deliver on. Congratulations, you're going to
Hey,
England if you
Maggie.
save up.
Could just quickly, it still is 11:11. You got 7 seconds. What was another wish?
5,
I've always wanted a
4,
kayak.
3,
No, it's
just in
again
time.
lower.
One
you got
more,
2
2,
seconds.
1. Too late. It's not going to be granted.
Thank you for your time.
Was there any wishes that
Hey,
were
thanks for
like?
yours,
was there
Maggie.
any wishes that were like, oh, I want to shout out in front of the radio or something like that? Or
Anything that we could grant right now?
Well, you definitely can give Sheridan a shout out.
don't
No,
worry,
we
it's too
can't.
late
It's
from
anyway.
India.
Too
She's in
late.
India
Sorry.
at the
See you later,
moment.
Maggie.
Oh,
Thanks for
thank you,
calling.
bye.
Luke Lewis on the Fox. Luke, did you see Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah, I watched it on the plane on the way to America recently.
Yeah. So you would know the song "Hooked on a Feeling."
Yes.
Dun,
Hooked
dun,
on a
dun,
feeling.
dun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, just turn it down for a moment. I just
I
want to
remember
talk
that bit.
about that song. This is what I want to talk about, mate.
I know the chorus. What was that?
We've been listening to the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack heaps,
Yeah.
and this song keeps coming on. And this is how the song starts. Just play the start. Now, Luke, this might be a contentious opinion, all right? But I don't think this song needs any ooga chugga at all. In fact, I feel like it's so unnecessary. You could remove it from the song, wouldn't even
Is
notice.
it still going?
It's still going.
Hang on. How long does it go for?
It goes for almost the entire intro of the song,
Because I just kind of know the chorus.
and then it ends here, right? And now the song becomes an amazing banger. And you
Yeah.
know what else I've
That's the
noticed?
bit I know. Hooked on a feeling. I didn't know there were Ooga Chuggers in the song.
And you
I
know
think
what,
I
man?
blocked out the Ooga Chuggers from my memory.
The Ooga Chuggers, you probably don't remember because they don't return at all throughout the song. Here's the chorus of the song. No Ooga Chugga, right? Great song.
Chugga.
And
No,
now,
that was me, guys.
no, that was you. Now,
Yeah.
at the end of the song, here's the end of the song. Again, no Ooga Chugga. I think, Luke, that Mark James, who wrote the song,
Yeah.
I feel like he did the whole song, got right to the very end, did the chorus, the guitar,
Yep.
everything was like, and then his mate was like, all right, I reckon that's done, man. It's pretty good. And then Mark was like, nah, one more thing. I need one more thing. Get me a caveman. And they just added in some Ooga Chugga
It's
for no
ridiculous.
reason.
Does that make the film, the Ooga Chuggers?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, interesting.
And no one seems to remember. See, I don't think Guardians of the Galaxy needed any Ooga Chugga either.
no. Well,
But-
I was probably too busy admiring Chris Pratt,
That's true.
and he was recently slimmed down at the time.
But you know what needs a bit of Ooga Chugga, mate? Our radio show, I reckon, needs a bit of... This is better. This
So
is
do we
good.
just like talk over the Ooga Chuggers?
We just completely ignore it. We don't even address it.
Right.
And we just move in. And I feel like just throughout tonight's
Alright,
show...
Let's do an example break.
Yeah.
So like, Luke and Luke. Okay, you start.
Luke and Lewis on the Fox. Luke, what have you been up to on the weekend?
Sorry, that
Don't know what
was
that was.
really abrupt. It's hard to ignore.
Yeah, that was hard to ignore. Guys, I think I'm going to cut the Ooga Chugger and maybe go to a song. On the Fox. Luke, have you seen any like fan edits that people like to make on Instagram?
I had one made of me the other day.
Oh, I've had one made
Can
recently.
we talk about this next if we have time?
Yeah, okay.
I've got a fan account and I'm pretty pumped up about it.
Oh, that is pretty good. Now, I've if you don't know what a fan edit is, basically it's like generally girls will just get a bunch of photos of like really handsome dudes that they like,
This
famous
is why I'm getting
actors,
some made of me. This
famous
makes sense
singers,
now.
and they'll edit them into a montage of like, oh,
Guys who are on late night radio.
look at all these cute guys that I like, these
Yeah.
actors and famous people.
Guys on
Luke?
late night radio.
Someone has made a fan edit of me,
Okay, well,
but
really?
yeah, but what do you mean really? What are you mean surprised? You think I can't have a fan edit made of me?
Didn't you just say like hot guys who are attractive and successful and
Yeah.
yeah, that. Did you make this yourself? Is that what this is?
Got me. No, so what happened is this someone has made a fan edit of me, but I'm in a fan edit with a bunch of other dudes and like I don't fit in.
Who are the other guys?
Let me
Who
show
are
you.
being associated
This
with?
is the fan edit. I'm in
Okay.
there with
I'm
Chris
watching it now.
Pratt. I'm in there with young Leonardo DiCaprio.
I just saw you.
yeah.
Oh,
And
there's
then
2 pictures of you in it.
I'm in there with Cody Fern, who's like
that?
he's I don't know who he is. I googled him. He's an 11. All right, I'm not on that level.
That dude
okay,
is way more attractive than you.
I know. Like
There's only like 5 guys in here, and you're.
and I'm in there. You can't put me next to young Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm
Dude,
not. I
That's
mean,
like Leo, like almost before Titanic, like in his prime.
his prime. Like me next to Leonardo. Like just putting me in there. I don't feel
You're
flattered.
not even
I feel
like as
like
good
real.
as Leo in The Revenant when he's getting attacked by a
Hey,
bear.
hey,
Yeah.
man. Okay, I am at least Leonardo post bear attack.
Nah.
Okay, we can agree on that.
You're
Looking
like-
homeless, scratched down the face. I'm on that level.
You're on Tom Hardy scratched in the face level.
I'll accept that.
Yeah, okay,
I'll
okay.
accept that.
You're not on
okay,
Leo.
I'm gonna request a re-edit of that fan edit. Put me in next to like really attractive guys that have been injured in their films, and then I'll fit in.
You like a good fan edit for you would be like Slender Man.
I don't like this.
Like just like stuff like that, like because you'd fit in with like people who Lewis is 6'8" if you
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
So you know like
Ronald McDonald.
yeah, stuff like goofy kind of like cartoony characters. You know, like oh, I'm Lewis Smith. Yeah.
I'm leaving this segment.
Do you remember
broken.
that character Gumby? Like stuff like that.
You actually look a lot like Gumby.
Luke and Lewis on the Fox. We're talking fan accounts because when you have a radio show that goes from 10 p.m. until midnight on a regular basis throughout the year, you get a couple of fan accounts on Instagram.
And that's the perks. And that's
And those fan accounts get no followers.
anyone wanting to get into radio, this is the top. All right.
Yep, this is the top, you know? Sometimes you'll get a fan account, and that fan account will be followed by another fan account.
Exactly. And sometimes then the third fan account will come in, also give it a follow, and that fan account will have 3 followers. I've got one that's just popped up recently.
Yeah.
And I don't look, this isn't, like, I know this probably comes off like, I want to come on the radio, talk about my fan account. It
Yep.
came up before the song, right? That's the only reason I am talking about it. But what I want to talk about is they've found some stuff, like, I don't mind, okay, so I don't mind they've got some stuff off my Instagram and they're reposting some content. Great, love that. Love that content being shared around. It's very flattering. What is a little weird is they've found photos of me from about 2012 that you can only find on my personal Facebook account. Not even mine, like in tagged photos on my mates' accounts.
That's
from
not
like,
good.
look at this.
What do
one.
they have? Show me.
They found me. It's captioned, "Don't ask me how I found this. Just enjoy." It's a photo of me when I'm about 14 with my top off
Yeah.
in a paddock.
Not nice. Not good. At least it's not
I
a
don't
photo.
even know why that's on my personal account.
At least it's not a photo of you with your top off inside your own house.
That's worse.
That'd
would
be bad.
Yeah, like taken through the window.
Yeah.
That'd be worse. But these, like, there's a couple on here that, yeah, like this one. Look, anything to do with like comedy, radio, that's great. I'm super flattered. But this one, this one's you mean year 11 when I was in a high school band playing a guitar on stage.
I feel like...
And it says guys who play instruments love heart. I suck at guitar now.
I feel like if you're such a fan of someone, you have to scroll back and find photos of them when they were underage.
Yeah.
Maybe dial it back a little bit. Just tone it down there.
Just tone it down a lot. Look, very flattered. All right, the fan account is called Luke Kidgels. So
don't plug it.
Huh?
Now all these people are going to find these photos of you.
I mean, they're out there now. Clearly, they're not that hard to find. So what am I trying to hide? Apparently, everyone's finding these. Anyway, don't follow it. No, or do.
You know what, man? I'm a veteran of fan accounts. I've had a few of my time, and let me tell you, they last.
So does Radio Mike, actually.
Yeah, but here's the thing with fan accounts: they only last like 3-4 months max.
Oh, I give this 2 weeks.
And then people get sick of you because,
of course,
to find all this stuff,
I don't even follow it. I just get tagged in it, and I'm sick of it.
I just searched up one of my
I love it, though.
hardcore fan accounts that used to be on Twitter, and this really hurts my heart.
It's
but
gone, isn't it?
They've deleted the entire account, which means they're thoroughly sick of me.
Yeah,
my feelings. But at least they never did post photos of me when I was underage on Twitter.
Yeah,
that's a bonus.
Or when you're topless in a paddock playing a guitar.
So, hey, that's great. Rest in peace. Sorry, it's the silly season, everyone.
It is.
Bit of silly business
That was
there.
very silly,
That
Lewis.
was quite silly, but
Not
it
on
is
air.
the season after all.
Sorry, it's so
It was a
silly.
bit silly. That was quite silly,
Wow.
man. But it is the season to be silly. And guys, you're very welcome for that quality radio coming in your ear holes. Been a little bit silly there.
Make sure you don't get too silly, though. Even though it is the season to be silly, be responsible. Just kidding.
That's the end of the show, guys. Thank you very much for listening. If you missed anything or if you wanted to get video footage of us being silly and doing silly hand motions, you can catch it on YouTube. Just search Luke and Lewis.
I mean,
on
if
Instagram
that
as well.
audio wasn't enough for you, then get that online.
So we're going to be back tomorrow night, 10 p.m. to midnight, and we're all over the socials as well. We got the podcast, and we film every single show. So if you want to check that out, it's on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. Luke and Lewis on the Fox.
On 1019 The Fox.
Yippee-ki-yay, podcasters. Welcome to a podcast exclusive message. They're exclusively at the podcast.
That was a good start. I like that
good.
one.
Yes.
Now, we can talk about two things in this podcast message. I've still got my thing carrying over from last week. Remember, I wanted to show you guys
we
something.
didn't talk about that one.
We didn't talk about it last week, but you also have a thing you want to talk about.
No, we'll talk about yours, but we'll do mine first.
Okay.
So you may have heard, you would have heard a little talk break we did about the song with the Ooga Chuggers in it.
Everyone remembers the infamous Ooga Chugger talk break.
Yes. And
go down in history as one of the greats.
Now, we here at the Luke and Lewis Show, we have a very strict policy that we all agree on. It's one of the only rules that we actually do abide on, and that is you never say, "My name Jeff" on air. All right? That's an off-air meme. We keep it off.
It's for Instagram. It's not even. It shouldn't even be for Instagram.
It shouldn't be anywhere.
It should be.
It should be for 2011.
I was about to say it shouldn't even. Yeah, it shouldn't even be a thing between friends. Sadly, we often do say my name Jeff.
Can I interject? Do you remember when
you can
interject?
But again, that
every now and then.
The
so it's fine
podcast.
here. This is a podcast message, but we never do it on air. Well,
no. This is the thing.
The only time we've ever done it on air, it's always by accident, and
we've had about 3 or 4 Jeff slip on air. Plus, last year, if old podcasters remember, I did a segment called the Meme Temple, where I actually played the My Name Jeff clip in a soundbite.
That was the only time it was ever okay for on air.
No, it was not okay.
Do you remember when we did the last show on digital? We had a few guests, like fans of the show, come in, and the first thing we said was, "Guys, just so you guys know, my name Jeff is an off-air only meme."
Because everyone comes into
and
the show
I'm pretty
saying
sure
it.
And then
the first thing one of our listeners said, he just came on out and just said, "My name Jeff," and we went to a song and we're like, "Man, what did we say?" You literally had one. We told you one thing.
That really brought the vibes down. That's the only time we get serious with each other.
After then, hang on. Look at us being like opposed to Jeff. You said you played the "Touch My Spaghetti" thing once on air.
That's true. Our show does suck. Now, you would have heard. I did.
Well, tonight.
The idea of the segment was we heard a song and the song starts with a bunch of Ooga Chuggers in it. We thought it was unnecessary to the song. This is the song, right? You don't need Ooga Chuggers in it. And then I thought what would be funny would be like, oh, you know what would improve our show? me recording my own Ooga Chuggers.
Now,
right? So we put
before
this
you-
in the show.
Oh, right. Hang on. Is this you doing it?
This
or
is
the-
me doing it, but not the end.
Wait, I'm so confused.
just the original recording.
The original. So this is me. Luke, you didn't know this
Dude,
was
this
me.
is how like shit. Well,
Oh, you said not. Do you want to redo it?
Yeah, don't. No, we'll keep going. It's podcast mentions.
this is how bad the original version of Hooked on a Feeling is. I didn't realize that you'd re-recorded it. Because play the two back to back. It sounds very similar.
Okay, hang on.
But don't include the end. It's the
Dude,
same.
it's the same.
It's the same. Now,
Right.
let me play what was actually broadcast around Victoria. Play what went to air, Mike.
Right.
And we just move in. And I feel like throughout tonight's show.
Let's do an example break.
Yeah.
So like Luke and Lewis. Okay, you start.
Luke and Lewis on the Fox. Luke, what have you been up to on the weekend?
Sorry, that was really abrupt. It's hard to ignore.
Yeah, that was hard to ignore. Now, you hear me losing my mind, and Luke's just confused because I've realized that while I was recording the Ooga Chuggers, when I finished recording, to make Mike laugh, I screamed Jeff into the microphone.
But
And then,
Mike didn't cut it out.
no, that was me. Then when I edited it, I forgot to edit out the Jeff. But because Luke doesn't know
So
that was me,
I still thought we were listening to the soundtrack of Guardians of the Galaxy, and then I did kind of hear like, Jeff! And I was like, oh, that must be like an alien in the film screaming Jeff. I was so confused. I think if I had have known actually that was you going the Ooga Chuggers, then heard Jeff, I would have been like, did you just say Jeff on the radio?
play it
Lewis?
again.
Ooga chugga, ooga chugga, ooga, ooga, ooga chugga.
I didn't even edit out me clearing my throat after.
this is-
Our show sucks, man. Why are we allowed to broadcast?
This is like this happens like every time we record anything. Lewis will like signpost it with a Jeff, and it always
How
gets
well-
cut out.
I
It
like
always
that.
gets
I
cut
like
out.
that at it. Like you didn't even have an email signature here at work, but your every audio
I've got
clip
an audio.
is signposted. Yeah. With
Hey, I'm like Pitbull, man. He says Mr. Worldwide. I go,
remember Jeff.
Ooga chugga, ooga chugga, ooga, ooga, ooga chugga.
around the state. That went.
Hey man, we'll talk about my idea next week.
All right. See you tomorrow.
Luke and Lewis on 1019 The Fox.